Guys, what's going on? Sommerdale Piso here. I think we're in the middle of February, right? February has like 28 days or something like that. Or like on the 12th. I don't know, man. I feel like, I think I'm learning something. I learned something pretty interesting. I think the story of my life, let's go like, comment, subscribe. Let's get right into it. I think the story of my life is this. I have a very fervent mind, and so I think a lot about what I know, what I don't know, and I believe that because I've fallen upon a thought whilst I'm thinking about what I don't know, I assume that I know it now and I understand it now. When there's a big difference between the understanding of a momentary thought versus the entertainment of that thought that you otherwise didn't know for a long period of time until it sets in as habit or deep understanding. What I'm referring to with that thought is, I think that it's going to be surrender. Recently, a lot of things happened, and I'm in the aftermath currently of those things. My body reflexively did as it always does, right? I'm trying to control the outcome. I'm trying to brace myself for what could possibly happen, or I'm trying to, avoid too much excitement because I know I might get let down, and then I'm gonna get into trouble. Currently, I'm having some not even happy. I realize with this type of behavior that that's not, number one, that's not healthy, because if you're bracing yourself for something, it's like martial arts. Let's talk about that. When you brace yourself in martial arts or any sort of fighting art, you are preparing yourself in expectation of a blow, like something physical that's going to happen. It's the same with life. If you entertain a certain mindset or you detach yourself from the idea of a result, you are automatically assuming the structure of the event that is to come to you, and you are not opening yourself completely to the possibility of something fortuitous coming from that event. I hope you guys are following me. I don't know, it's just making a lot of sense to me right now, because I realized for my entire life I've been always trying to brace myself. I'm always trying to stay ahead of something, or trying to get ready for something that's to come, and that's not opening yourself up at all. That's not surrendering at all. And I think recently I've truly understood the art of surrender. Like right now, I have no idea what's going to happen in life. I have all these personal projects that I'm doing. I don't know the results of those projects, whether it's going to be good or not, a positive or negative result. We're not seeing anyone. We don't have anything fun planned except, maybe in May, the Kazakhstan and whatnot. I have nothing that I'm looking forward to, really. I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm bracing I saw myself in the last 2 weeks bracing myself, or trying to cause noise to fill the silence of nothing happening. And I realized that for my entire life I've done this. I've done a lot of self-sabotaging with this mindset of resisting surrender, because if you surrender yourself, I thought about it, of course, I entertained the whole idea of surrendering, but through surrender, I felt like something horrible that could happen will completely take me off my guard, and I'm gonna lose my footing, and then I get in trouble, and I have to work so hard to build myself back up again, and I don't want to lose so much ground. And that's not exactly how things work, number one. And number two, why is it that there's a proclivity or this inclination to think about events that will go awry instead of it going completely positively for you? I don't know. With this, I'm imploring you guys to try to employ surrender. Of course, you guys are going to learn whatever you need to learn whenever you guys are meant to learn it. That's really what it is. And I've realized that with life too. Even with all the plethora of videos that I come out with on YouTube about men's health and men's sexual health, and you need to do this and you need to avoid that and you need to do more of this, it's not going to really resonate with you until you have an event that sort of brings out this whole memory of watching this kind of content to better yourself. I'm gonna still do this because these are seeds that I'm planting in your guys' minds that will be watered by the event, the mirror event, that sort of activates the necessity of the information that you've been taking from this video. But just to not get derailed, we need to learn surrender. we need to learn it very, very quickly. And I'm not saying that that's automatically like in environments where there's an excessive amount of drinking, drugs, just things that are generally bad for the body. I'm not saying surrendering to those kind of environments and, you know, doing whatever you want and then seeing what comes about afterwards. I'm not saying that, because you still have to have a certain level of discernment with events in terms of what's to happen in the future, or should I speak to this person, or trying to constantly, you say something wrong and a person responds a certain way, in a negative way, and you're trying to correct yourself. What happened, happened. What you said, said. The events that occurred, occurred. And so you shouldn't try to spend energy needlessly trying to prove yourself, right? Or try to prove yourself really. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Yes. You shouldn't try to expend so much energy trying to prove yourself, trying to like explain yourself. You need to surrender to what the event excavated or gleaned or taken from you or imbued you to do and say, and you need to just completely flow with whatever the result is from that situation. My issue was, like I said in the beginning of the video, I tend to get very preoccupied with what can possibly happen in the future. I was sort of worried about so many things, things completely outside of my control, and that preoccupation with those events are just taking up nerve energy. Right, energy that could be used for something else, energy that could be used for another endeavor. I was constantly preoccupied with what could go wrong and what I should do and what I need to do and where I need to go and what I need to start thinking about. Completely unhealthy thoughts, man, and it was just a complete mismanagement of my energy. I learned really that at the end of the day, even if things were to go wrong, if you surrender to the moment or to the moments to come, the events to come, it's not going to completely derail you, or it's not going to destroy you. You know what I mean? It's not going to completely, disintegrate you, vaporize you, neutralize you. We need to learn how to at least pivot quickly on events that are outside of our control and results that are outside of our prediction, right? And just go forward. I've learned recently, seriously this week, I'm telling you, I was like one of those guys that were like preoccupied with asking ChatGPT like a lot of deep questions and whatnot. And I came to an understanding after doing this for months, by the way, asking ChatGPT about all of these questions pertaining to a lot of various things, that at the end of the day, it's an AI program. Doesn't really know anything, really. It doesn't know about that unspoken, unexplainable magic of the human experience. It can't explain it. It could try to logically speak about it, speak around it, and explain what it means, but it can't really talk about it. It can't really explain it. And so I realized I was getting my information. I outsourced my understanding to ChatGPT. I'm getting my information from an entity that doesn't understand anything. That can't understand anything about the human experience. It's the same thing with maybe doing psychic readings or tarot card readings. There's no way for those things to accurately predict what's to come. There's no way. They just can't. Sure, maybe in some way, I don't know, because obviously it's been legitimate for a very long time. People have been doing it for a very long time, so who knows, there ought to be like some sort of legitimacy with it. But to try to constantly be on top of what's to come, right, in the future, is taking away from the present moment and what could truly blossom in terms of new thoughts, in terms of new opportunities, new actions, new life, what they call it, new timelines of surrendering to the moment. This is what I learned recently, and I am completely at the mercy of the Manad. Seriously, I've recently realized this. So anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys. I hope you guys was able to get some information from that. I'm gonna eat some carcho, right? And I'm gonna talk to you guys later. I hope you guys enjoy that kind of content. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, share the video with some peers. Never let this place get you down. I'm telling you, we're all in a journey, right, to try to grow. We're all trying to understand more about ourselves and the world around us and how we fit in to the world around us. And so surrendering to the omnipresent magic of it all is the first step in getting closer to yourself, getting closer to what the world really has in store. So, I love you all, guys. Stay radiant. Don't ever let the space get you down. I'll see you guys in the next video. Woo!